Halloween is just a few days away, and this is the weekend to celebrate for you big kids out there. If you're hosting some friends, we've got some fun Halloween-inspired cocktail ideas for you and a few fun facts to talk about over those drinks. Joining us in studio is mixologist Clodagh May O'Callaghan.
That's me.
Straight from Ireland.
Straight from Ireland, fresh off the boat.
All right, well, before we dive in, I did not know this, but Halloween actually started as its origins in Ireland.
Correct, yeah. So it was the pagan festival of Samhain, which was to signify the end of the harvest. And they really wanted to ward off evil spirits and kind of intertwined them with All Hallows Eve, just like that there might be a time that the spirits from the other world would cross over. So it's all about dressing up and kind of scaring people away.
Now, do we get dressed up in Ireland?
We absolutely do.
Do they go nuts over there?
Oh, we do. We love an excuse to dress up, yeah.
And maybe a party?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
All right, well, we got a little whiskey here, a little Tullamore Dew.
Tullamore Dew, yes, the second biggest Irish whiskey in the world, we're delighted to say. It's a triple blend Irish whiskey, and I'm going to start off with a Tullamore Dew honey lemonade, which is 100% natural honey, not your typical flavoured whiskey. D-E-W.
What's that stand for?
Daniel Edmund Williams.
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
He was our founder. Started working in the distillery at the age of 14, and by the age of 25, he was the distillery manager. He was a really, really good character.
All right. Yeah. And is there a difference between Irish whiskey and American whiskey?
For sure, yeah. I think it's a lot about the mash bill, so like the grain that you'd use. I think it's a lot of corn and rye here, whereas we're more kind of barley and wheat.
Barley and wheat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what are we making here?
So first we are going to make a Tullamore Dew honey lemonade, which is our newest addition to our Tullamore Dew range. So you're just basically filling up the glasses with ice, and to add a little kind of spooky element, we're going to mix a little bit of the blue liqueur with the lemonade, which will give it a kind of green element.
And I like the little devil horns.
The little devil
Don't eat
horns.
those, by the way.
Devil horns. I'm making
those are ghost peppers, by the way.
Yeah.
They'll take your eye out.
Bless whoever gets that one. Now there'll be a nice little taste of it. So the slightest bit of the blue liqueur.
Is that what, blue curacao?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And then usually I put the liqueur, the Tullamore Dew in first, but for this to get the green colour, we want to mix in the lemonade first. And as easy as that, so the ghost peppers are not...
Better fish that baby.
Yeah, they're not cooperating with me today. And it's a very, very easy, refreshing drink. What we're doing with the Tullamore Dew honey, which we've just launched this year, is trying to kind of introduce non-typical whiskey drinkers. It's a very, very subtle, natural flavour, which we think goes really, really well with whiskey itself. As you know, if you're making hot toddies and everything like that, it's generally whiskey that you add to honey and lemon.
How about like an Irish coffee too? Because you end up throwing a little bit of sugar in those.
Yeah, we're going to go to our Irish coffees next, because obviously we're in the home of Irish coffees here in San Francisco.
Buena Vista.
Yeah, the Buena Vista.
And do they pour Tullamore Dew over there?
Tullamore Dew. They do indeed. We are their preferred Irish whiskey, which is great for us. As I said, we're a triple blend Irish whiskey. A lot of other Irish whiskies out there will be a double blend, but we've got a pot still, a malt, and a grain whiskey, which gives us a kind of a smoother, more complex flavour. So literally all you're doing then, mixing it up. A lot of my friends that aren't typical whiskey drinkers have told me how happy they are with the fact that I've come out with a more approachable whiskey, because they're sick of me trying to get them to drink
the straight stuff.
Yeah.
Bring them out a little bit so we can see them on our camera. But it's beautiful. Yeah.
The ghost peppers are literally just to add the little kind of Halloween element, and then obviously the spooky green kind of giving it the witch's brew.
Should we give it a taste?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
I think I'll stay
careful of the.
Yeah, stay from the peppers.
Yeah. Sláinte.
Oh, it's nice. What'd you say, sláinte?
Sláinte.
Which is cheers?
Cheers.
Oh,
yeah. It just means good health.
Good health.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring in my co-anchors, because when there's food and booze, we like to share.
Say
hi to Clodagh May. Now, you're working on some Irish coffees over here, too.
So as I said, Irish coffees, we like to think that we're the original whiskey for Irish coffees, because it was so popularised here in the Buena Vista, and they also serve them in casements and in Pier 93 out here as well. So going with the fall theme, we're going to do like a pumpkin spice element. So what I'm doing is adding some brown demerara sugar.
I don't want to speed you up, but we've got 40 seconds left. So
basically,
we're going to speed you up.
Brown sugar. Biggest thing is fresh cream.
Yes.
Fresh cream is what you want.
It makes the Irish coffee.
Whatever kind of pumpkin flavour you have on top of it. Add your 1 part of your Tullamore Dew Irish coffee in on top, and then spoon out your fresh cream. If you're looking for a fast way to whip up your cream,
great advice.
A protein shaker.
Nothing like a little film review in the
That
morning.
looks
That's it,
amazing.
exactly.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Can't
So
wait to try.
appreciate all the good
Yes,
advice.
we'll have them off screen. You'll be-
All right. Yes, we will.
All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great Saturday.